Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another reaction video for today, and I'm here to take a look at the first hands-on preview for Spider-Man 2 from IGN. Shout out to IGN. They're the best. Everyone knows that. Everyone loves IGN. Anyway, I think they do good work most of the time, but I think people focus too much on the negative stuff from IGN. I use IGN a lot, so I think their stuff is usually solid. But there is times where they go, they don't, maybe not the best. But compared to some other game journalists, I'm not going to say names. I think the site, you also have to remember it's not all just one person too. But their stuff is a little bit more of quality compared to some other ones. I won't say names. Anyway, but yeah, so Spider-Man 2 first hands-on preview, of course, about an hour ago as of recording this, like 45 minutes ago. A bunch of videos started coming out about people's experiences with Spider-Man 2. I was hoping we get some more gameplay. I haven't seen any gameplay. I looked up gameplay everywhere to see if anybody had some. Every video is just like, well, I've seen some more gameplay. Let me tell you about it, or I got to play it. Let me tell you about it. But so at least we'll get to hear about it. So I'm excited for the game. It's like the perfect time for this, because I feel like when Miles Morales came out, I was a little like, it's only been 2 years. Do we need this right now? Of course, all the DLC also came out for Spider-Man like maybe a year after the original release. So is it like the perfect time? And then I played it, I'm like, yeah, no, it was great. But it's been 3 years since Miles Morales, which is freaking insane. It's been 3 years since the PS5 came out. That's insane. It's insane. So I'm excited for it. It feels like it's coming out at the right time. It looks so good. It looks really good. Anyway, so let's get to it. Let's go. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm assuming there's gonna be some gameplay in here, but it's probably gonna be old gameplay. I don't know. Let's go. Play. This looks new.
Spider-Man 2 takes everything
Ooh, that 4K.
Yeah, this is new, I think. Games and finds new ways to raise the bar of superhero game design.
Is it?
No frame is left untouched. No character model is left with subpar lighting. Simply put,
it looks really
for
nice.
3 hours, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 looks
set
but
to
continue Insomniac's winning streak.
Let's not kid ourselves. The puddles don't look that good.
Hey Doc, ready for your
Remember that shit?
We were dropped away since the game on level 25 versions of Miles Morales.
Lizard now looks like Reptile from Mortal Kombat.
With their own difficulties in life, with Peter trying to pay a mortgage and help cure his friend's disease, while Miles is simply trying to write his college essay, but spider business keeps distracting him from the task at hand.
Kraven, how many more people are on this guy's list?
Besides the personal battles being fought by Peter and Miles, there are also other factors at play that will push them further to the edge. Parker has donned the symbiote suit known as Venom, and it's affecting his personality in ways he doesn't realize.
We're going to heal the world.
And Kraven is doing everything he can to upset the peace by attacking Peter and forcing Dr. Connors to transform into an even more powerful version of his alter ego, the Lizard. The Dr. Connors storyline is particularly bittersweet, as you're really hunting down a father who wants nothing more than to return to his family, but now he'll be doing so with a few Spider-Man and Kraven.
Okay, he's returned. Okay, so that's a little different from what I know about him.
This fight will actually take you across a large portion of New York City that Insomniac boasts is 2 times larger than the previous games. Taking full advantage of the PS5, Spider-Man 2 will allow you to travel across the city
so good.
Not only because of the zippy new
look how fast you are,
but also because of the web wings that you can access at any time with the press of the triangle button.
It looks so fun.
A lot of fun to use versus swimming.
It looks so fun.
They will lose momentum over time, so you will need to use your webs unless you're in a
There's too many games this year. There's too many good games this year. Can we officially make 2024 the worst year in video game history? Can we just do it? Like, I don't mean like make your games bad. Like, can we just delay them all out until 2025? Like, I know people would not be happy with that. I would be happy with that. We got too many games. Dude, there's so many games I want to play this year. I'm just like, I can't. I'm sorry. There's too many other games I need to finish and play and stuff. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm like, it's like they're grabbing onto me. Please play this. I'm like, no, get off me. I can't. I'm sorry.
The The wind
I'm gonna go
tunnels
get the
will lead you
milk.
to specific places in the city extremely fast by flying incredibly quickly to that destination on the air currents.
Yeah,
But in addition to all these traversal options, Insomniac showed that you can also simply swap to Peter or Miles on the fly instantaneously, a la swapping between Trevor, Franklin, and Michael in Grand Theft Auto 5.
I was like, my brain was like, Trevor, my favorite Spider-Man character. I was like, oh, okay. I see.
Spider-Man 2
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like how smooth this transition was too.
introduce the ability.
Like it reminded me of the smooth ass, like, I guess what I think it was like the loading screen for Miles Morales when he's like on the train or whatever.
2 wall crawlers in the open world.
From like the
And
loading.
Thanks to the power of the PlayStation 5, you can make that switch almost instantly.
I had the opportunity
So
to ask the Insomniac team
They're always
about
doing
how
their
the
own little
PS5
thing.
SSD allowed them to accomplish instant travel and faster web swinging. Mike Fitzgerald, Core
So
Technology
amazing.
Director at Insomniac, clarified a few other details, including the fact that the slingshots where Peter or Miles will pull back on 2 extended webs
That'd
and
be
catapult
special
themselves
places?
forward allows Spider-Man to travel 3 times faster than in the first game.
Oh, it's insane. It looks so like at this point, like, what is the point of fast travel? Like, you go so fast, it looks so much fun. Like, it'll never get tiring. Why would you ever fast travel? Oh, I have to go all the way on the other side of the... Oh, I'm already there. I didn't even finish my sentence.
Characters are more detailed and
Obviously, it's not that
lifelike
fast,
that
but-
help them tell better, more nuanced stories. Insomniac also noted that the DualSense controller is being used in some unique ways.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
a minigame
Cool.
that
I
will
love
play
DualSense.
in the
Oh.
reactor that will force you to
Oh,
pull
that
the
looks
triggers
fun.
with just enough pressure
Oh,
to move on
nice.
to the next segment.
I
But they
love the
outlined
Dual... I feel like games don't use the DualSense enough. The DualSense is amazing. All the little features in it.
The audio team took the
I
time
feel like every game has failed to take advantage of it. Like, well, all right, let me reword that. I feel like most games have failed to really utilize the features of the DualSense when compared to like that Astrobot game that came with the PS5. That thing really showed what the DualSense could do. And games have used it a little bit. I like I think it was Ghost of Tsushima that had like the arrow. It felt like you were like really like drawing the arrow back. Was that Ghost of Tsushima? I think it was. Well, most of, like, I like Deathloop's thing where if your gun can I fucking talk? Your gun jammed, like you couldn't pull the trigger anymore. Those are good ideas, but I feel like a lot of games don't use it that much, you know. But there's probably ones I haven't played yet that do. Does Final Fantasy 16 use that at all? I'm sure it does, but
to develop the soundscapes for missions so that 3D audio can be fully utilized.
I played a few hours of that game, but
Ambisonics and
I don't
positional
remember.
audio were used for objects in the scene, making for a more realistic audio experience, making for clearer indications of the player versus a target
symbiote.
location.
I'm the only one who
Watch out!
More notably,
Oh,
on the
it's
graphic
slimy
side of
looking
things,
too, I love it.
Spider-Man 2 will only have 2 visual modes, visual and performance. The third
Okay.
mode was removed because no matter which you choose, ray tracing will be turned on by default.
Oh.
The baseline for performance mode will be what was previously referred
Sick.
to as performance ray tracing mode, with a better frame rate.
That's
and
right. I
less
forgot about that. They put that in Miles Morales.
resolution simply
It was
because
right after I was done finishing the fucking game, and then they had the ray tracing mode. I'm like, oh, cool! I already beat it.
the
With the
PS5
60
can
frames.
handle it. Fitzgerald clarifies, there's
amazing.
no mode in this game that has the ray tracing turned off because
Awesome.
there's really no need for it. We figured out how to deliver what is the right Spider-Man picture and visuals, and we want to make sure every player is seeing that.
I almost want to thank Starfield because my brain has kind of adjusted back to 30 frames by playing that game for like 30 or so hours for the last week or so. So even if like that's not the case, obviously, but even if there was a 30 frame mode, I might even. That is Pete, right? Yeah, that's Pete. His face looked really weird there for some. Like, is that Peter? I'm not used to that character model yet because I didn't play the remaster of Spider-Man 2018. So, but yeah, my brain is like, okay, no, it definitely looks like
Spider-Man 2 are impressive. Their character
Mary Jane
models
looks
are
so
more expressive
different.
when delivering their lines, resulting in more believable performances from the actors that will in turn do a better job of pulling at
Mr.
your
Light or
heartstrings.
everything.
The ray traced
Negative,
reflections
Mr.
add
Negative.
more depth and realism to
Dr.
the
Light,
world.
Mega Man.
Breakable environmental additions make it feel like you've succeeded in unleashing havoc in an area after a devastating
Yeah,
combat.
symbiote
But
tag,
my
so
favorite
good.
improvement in Spider-Man 2
Woo!
is the heavily
Sick.
reworked combat.
Oh my my
now,
god.
both Peter and Miles have a wide array of abilities and gadgets.
Dude, the symbiote's gonna be so much fun. It's good to be bad.
While I was exploring
just
an open world, there were several different mission types to see, meaning that yet again we will have no shortage of side missions to get lost in. Personally, I will always favor the combat arenas, and I spent so much time enjoying them that I lost track of time and never got to experience the aforementioned lizard boss fight for myself. I was too busy trying to perfect my combat skills in the arena, gawking at the ray trace reflections on everything, staring in awe at the sheer amount of traffic, pedestrians, and
God, it looks so good!
Or stopping an assault in progress.
Games are looking too good. Shut up, bitch. You think some criminals would try something different? You know, all right, maybe not talk shit to Spider-Man. How about when he shows up, be like, "Yo, Spider-Man, you're so fucking cool." Made me want to beat my ass hard, because I know I ain't go directional yank enemies.
New York.
Oh, I guess yeah. Okay.
Is covered in cool things to do with Spider-Man, and while I could have pursued the main storyline with my limited time, I was just having too much fun doing all the other little things.
It looks like it has a lot more variety.
Insomniac also.
Oh, it's good to know. I think they already confirmed no stupid ass like stealth missions. Obviously not with Miles. That would be ridiculous. I mean, obviously stealth is a thing, but it's fun stealth with Spider-Man, not the fucking... It's not even like... It was garbage. You know what I'm talking about. Those fucking moments where you played as Miles or Mary Jane in the first game.
That there will be missions that only Miles or Peter can complete, so it sounds like my quest to clear the map is going to be filled with variety.
So this and Alan Wake come out around the same time that have like two different characters with two different stories, kind of.
Than you may expect. In Spider-Man, you could maybe get away with using your main attacks, but in Spider-Man 2, I found that more often than not, I absolutely needed to use my Venom abilities and gadgets in the combat sections.
You see people looking out?
The one small critique I have is that the new not dodgeable parry indicator color is red, and that's the same color as other things you need to dodge, like a bullet from a rooftop sniper.
Oh, yeah, that's annoying. What the fuck?
By the end of my demo window, I was parrying and unleashing my gadgets and Venom abilities with ease.
Okay, alright. So just a little... Okay. That does seem a little annoying, though.
Combat, if you're still undetected, you can use web lines to traverse a battlefield. And I
love it.
The layer this adds as you're taking out enemies in the stage.
God, I'll be making the shit out of those. Because I did love the stealth in the original 2 games.
Never saw it coming.
More so in Miles Morales.
We only had access.
I feel like the combat just really worked better for me in Miles Morales.
The web grabber, which we've seen before, and upshot, which would attack opponents with bursts of electricity. Miles also had access to Venom abilities like Chain Lightning, Power Overwhelming, or the Venom Smash Jolt. Those attacks and gadgets are very easy to execute by simply holding L1 for Venom abilities or R1 for fast gadget access. Look at this. And that makes combat incredibly fluid. It will also force players to
the symbiote looks so good.
Combinations 8 to pair together as you put.
Yo, Goaty is gonna be fucking impossible this year. How the fuck? If this game ends up being like even better than the first game, which I thought the first game was like a solid 8.5. I thought it was a great game. I think the story itself was not amazing, which I know people are gonna be like, what? But I think it had some great moments. I think there's a lot of like some characters I didn't like that much, and it was very predictable at times. I'm just like, all right, which is fine with me as long as you tell your story relatively like well paced. And I don't think it was like super well paced. I remember enjoying Miles Morales' story a little bit more because it was just a little bit better paced because it was also shorter. When it comes to the story mode itself, if you just do the story missions in that game, it's like what, maybe 6-7 hours long, maybe even shorter. But yeah, it was still a solid story, a great game still. I also thought some of the side objectives started getting a little dull. Like, even though the combat stuff was fun, I think just doing the same fucking like, oh, get onto the car and then do the same mini game and stop the car and seeing the same animation, all those it got a little repetitive. I had some other problems, I'm sure, but like I would say like 8.5 is still a great score. I don't know. I know some people would say 8.5 and immediately go, "Oh my god, fucking he's a Nazi," or I don't know. But what people would say now. But it's a great game.
Manhattan, Brooklyn.
I think Miles Morales is probably better. So.
Right.
I'd probably give Miles Morales a 9.
We also got to look at the symbiote surge. Basically,
this looks like it's gonna be 9.5/10.
Mode, a la God of
so
War,
far, I
and
yeah.
Everything.
You got a Spartan rage?
There's a cooldown.
Did you just say you got a Spartan rage?
God of War, symbiote surge. Basically, Peter goes into rage mode, a la God
Fuck
of
yeah,
War,
you got Spartan rage.
Wrecks everything in the vicinity.
Sick.
There's a cooldown on it, just like Rage Mode in God of War, so after you've attacked everybody for a little bit, the timer will wear out, and you'll have to rely on your core
Amazing. Oh, it looks so fucking fun.
The cherry on top of an already impressive gameplay session was when they let us get a sneak peek at some of the new costumes that Peter and Miles will be able to wear when web-slinging around
I showed those yesterday. It's so good.
Insomniac.
Supposedly Sam Raimi's black suit is here. I didn't notice it. Like, I think... let me see if you can see it.
The cherry on top...
Which I don't know why people would be hyped about that. Yeah, I mean, it would be fun, I guess.
Gameplay session was when they let us get a...
Oh, is that it? That's it right there. Yeah, that's it. All right, cool.
Peek at some of the new costumes that Peter and Miles will be able to wear when web slinging around the city.
It's so... I don't want to say generic, but it's so like simple looking that I probably didn't notice it.
It says there are
just look like a black suit that quick.
65 suits to unlock, and that each has different variations, bringing the grand.
See, these are so much cooler to me. Like, all right, cool, black. It's just a black suit that look like, you know, the symbiote suit from. Yeah, it's cool. But don't get me wrong, it's cool.
In the build, we saw Miles had a 2099.
Look at these. These are all so much cooler to me.
An encoded suit, while Peter
that one's awesome.
Black suit.
Got like a Batman
suit from the Sam
cowl
Raimi
going
films,
on.
Secret War, Civil War suit, and apocalyptic suit of
dude, these are sick. All those are cool. The apocalyptic suit looks awesome. These are all great.
Available for wearing and for the
but do the Spider-Verse suit. You know we want that. I the entire time I played Miles Morales, I just had both that and the effect on too.
Tech upgrades, your classic health, damage, focus, and traversal perks were available, with the latter option focusing on things like web speed with your web wings. I had high hopes for Spider-Man 2, and this preview did nothing to stifle my optimism.
Did nothing to help, but that was terrible.
I cannot wait
like,
to see what the rest of Spider-Man 2
what
has
a twist.
in store. For our final thoughts, swing on back to IGN when Spider-Man 2 launches this October.
Fuck yeah. I mean, if this game ends up being amazing, and Super Mario Wonder ends up being amazing, and the other, like Alan Wake 2 ends up being amazing, like I think they're all gonna be, this is gonna be one of, if not maybe the best years of gaming. Just like really, like when it comes to just quality games, I've seen people say like there's been a lot of really shitty games this year, which I don't agree. Like people will say Redfall and Gollum and what was the other game? There was another game people were clowning on. I forgot what game, but dude, like every year has like bad games. I don't know what to tell you. Like, dude, like you have to expect that. Like even bad years for gaming have great games. So like we could still call those bad years for gaming, but still great games. Like 2014 was a pretty weak year from what I remember. Like the best game that year for me was like Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, which was a great game. I loved it. It would still be one of the best games of that year, even if like the games that came out in 2013, because 2013 was an amazing year. Like say some of those games came out in 2014. I would still say Middle-earth was one of the best games that year, but yeah, like it like I think 2019 also some people would consider weak. I wouldn't particularly, but some people would. I think what else? I'm trying to think of other years people think are weak years. Was 2012? I think some people think 2012 was kind of weak. I have to remember exactly what came out that year. I think Mass Effect 3, The Walking Dead. Fuck, I don't remember what else came out that year. But yeah, anyway, let this finish. Sorry. Venom! So good. Yo, he looks so sick. He looks so good. It's the best version of Venom I've seen when it comes to like in media like this. And honestly, legitimately, I'm not even kidding. This is not a joke. The special, like the way he looks here, this looks better than how Venom looks in the movies. I mean, I don't even give a shit about the spider on the chest. I mean, obviously I do. That's Venom. But like, I think even texture-wise, it looks better. Like Venom looks fine in those movies, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's just the whole thing around, like everything going around. I mean, going on around it too. It's just like everything looks so good, and Venom looks amazing too. You know, so it's just like Venom's like the one thing that looks really good in those movies. But then you could argue if the movies around him are good or not. I guess. But anyway, so all right, so there's some new gameplay in there, and we got some hands-on, unsurprisingly hands-on. It's great. Really, I was just here to see some gameplay. I'm glad they showed some more. That might have been some older gameplay, maybe I just missed or something. But it was still nice to see in 4K again, either way, and hear an opinion. So there you go. That's Spider-Man 2. If there's more gameplay that comes out today, which I'm sure there will be, considering I'm pretty sure some of that was new, I'll watch it as well. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I'll see you guys later. Bye.